musicians, welcome to another lesson, another year, another wonderful month. I can see that I'm really happy uh, for this wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to still meet you guys in this new year, and I will try my best to uh, bring improved lesson as always. So in this short video, we'll be starting the year with chords that we should know, chords we should be using in our play. In this particular lesson, we'll be focusing on 5 chords every beginner or intermediate should know. These are chords you should know because you shouldn't be playing just this all the time. Sometimes you need to add some spices to beautify the song and not ending up being boring. So that's why we want to do this lesson. So ensure to pay attention, and without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I will try and demonstrate these chords for you before we start. I'm on the key of C. So let's play a particular progression, and I will try and whenever I make use of this chord, I will make the progression simple. The only thing is that I will make the whole progression basic, but the only thing is that I will be adding these chords in some places so that they can stand out as the chord I'm utilizing. It can stand out as the chord that I am trying to explain to you. So let's try and demonstrate it with some progressions. For example, okay, on your one chord though, 1 5 6 4. I tried utilizing this chord in some places. So these are the chords. So let's go to the first chord. And the first chord is your basic suspended chord, and most time we are told to, instead of playing the basic triad do mi sol or a 1 3 5, all you need to do is to suspend the third note by is to suspend the chord by either making it a suspended second or a suspended fourth. How do we form a suspended chord? Normally, basically, a triad for a particular chord consists of the notes 1, 3, and 5. For example, in the key of C, C major triad is 1 3 5 C E G or do mi sol. So C suspended second will be 1 2 5 because this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So C suspended fourth will be 1 4 5. The third is not played. In the key of C sharp is the same thing. C sharp suspended second, F sharp suspended C sharp suspended fourth, or F sharp or F sharp suspended second. If you should take this note upward, it's the same thing, just like an inversion. So that's it. So F sharp suspended second, H sharp suspended fourth, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 4 5. That's how you form your suspended chord. But in my usage, I was mostly using it on the fifth chord. You can use it on your first chord. You can play with it. Then I did something like this. I kind of suspended. I played the 5 suspended 4 5 sus 4, which is your on your fifth chord. In the key of C, your fifth chord is G. 1 2 3 4 5. G B D. So instead of playing G B D, you'll be playing G C D. Or your So, Do, Re, So. So what I did here was I played my first chord. On the fifth chord, I did, instead of going to my fifth, I did something like this: 5 sus 4. Then I released this to my third. 5 sus 4 to my 5 major triad. So that's how your suspended chord work. You can play with it and see where you the particular chord seems suitable to you, so that you can utilize it in your play. So that's the first chord. Okay, so the second chord will be our major sixth chord. I don't think we normally make use of that chord. Yeah, it will be our major sixth chord. So how do we form the major sixth chord? It simply involves playing your basic triad 1 3 5. I won't be doing much explanation on chords because of time and others. It's a short tutorial. You are expected to know all these. These are basics. So the major sixth consists of your 1 3 5 plus your sixth, which is 1 1 2 3 3 1 2 3 4 5 plus your sixth. If you should invert it, it's some same thing as your 6 minus 7, A minor 7. We are playing it as. So one thing you should do is to learn how to form it on your first chord. So on the first chord is Do Mi Sol La. On your fourth chord is Fa La Do Re. On your fifth chord is So Ti Re Mi. So let's try and utilize this in our play. Let's see how it looks like. So we have something like, you can do it like this. So, okay, what progression should we use? So let's use 1 4 5. Okay, 1 5 6 4. This is the progression. Instead of, so you are kind of adding color to it. You can grace the note. So without this chord, without this, it looks like this. You see, something kind of missing. When we are playing the major chords, major triads, without adding any color, this is how it's going to sound like. But let's add this color and see how it's going to sound like. So let's go. That's how it sounds like. So the third chord, so we'll be working on the third chord now. So the third chord is your 3 dominant 7. You can, most times some people prefer playing it as a 3 major 7, mostly beginners, but most times I prefer playing it as my 3 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, which is something like this in the key of C. We do that on we try and learn that chord in another lesson. On the key of C sharp, something like this. The key of F sharp on your 3, something like this. On your 3, on the key of, okay, maybe F, your 3, so it should be something like this. So in the key, back to the key of C, your 3 major, instead of this, instead of mi sol ti, you are playing E major. So, but it's a dominant chord, so I prefer playing like this. Mi, Z, Ti, Re, 3, sharp 5 or flat 6, 7, 2. These are the notes of the chords. So in the key of C sharp is something like this. In the key of F, while I'm using this, while I'm focusing on C, C sharp, F and F sharp, these are keys that most of us prefer playing on, or most of us are familiar to. And if you do play on other keys, I'm not touching that on that, please, I'm sorry. Okay, let me quickly try and go quickly try and, or because of time, I will try and post this in the description box below, so that if you can't get it, you can check the chords for each key. These chords, both the ones we've done before, I will try and break them down for you on all keys so that you can quickly go through it. So I'm sorry because of timing, I'm really sorry. So let's continue. So the chord is played like this. So in my left hand, I prefer playing the roots of the chord, Mi or your 3, or the third of the chord, C or your sharp 5 or flat 6. So I love it like this. Or, so it's mainly used as a passing chord. So in that progression, I was doing something like this: 1, Do, Mi, Sol. Then I went, instead of waiting to go to my 6th, I quickly passed with that chord to my 6th, which is used as a passing chord. Sometimes even in Amazing Grace, you can use it as a passing chord to your fourth. In some songs, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. Amazing Grace. You see? Sometimes I merely substitute it for my 5. Instead of going to the 5th, I play it. So for example, 1. So instead of going to my 5th, I do something like this. So let's go. Let's focus on the 4th chord. So that's that, and let's go to the 4th chord. The 4th chord will be minor chord. Your minor chords, sorry, will be 7th chords: minor 7, major 7, and maybe dominant 7. So please, I will be using just key of C. I don't have enough time, please bear with me. So I made use of my 251 and my 736. If you should go back to the beginning, you hear me doing something like this. When going back to my tonic, which is my 1, instead of going straight to my 1, I did this. It's a classic jazzy chord. Two, 5, 1, 2, 5. Looks jazzy. You can try it on both fingers. So it looks jazzy. So how do we form your 2 minor 7 chord? So you should learn how to form this chord. I will just be showing you this because of time. So for the 2 minor 7 is your number 2 chord in root position. Then your 7th note, your 7th of the key of D. In the key of D, this is D minor actually. So D minor 7 involve playing the dominant 7, so which is 2 minor 7. Involves playing the 7th, the flattened 7th. Sorry. In the key of C sharp, just take it upward. Re, fa, la, do gives you a 2 minor 7. So instead of jumping to my 5 dominant 7, I was inverting it. Your 5 dominant 7 should be this: G, B, D, F. This is your G major scale. So your flattened 7. So I was inverting it. I decided to take these two notes here. So it becomes easier rather than jumping from here to here. You just have to do it like this. Then move your finger backward, which is D, F, G, B, up, Re, Fa, Sol, Ti, Re, Fa, Sol, Ti. Then your 1 major 7, Do, Mi, Sol, Ti, still on T. So when you go into your 1, you use your 2-5-1. You can use it when going to your 4th if you understand the concept. So what's the 2-5-1? Please, this is not a lesson for 2-5-1 actually. So let me quickly try and go through it because I'm trying to work with time. If not, it's a concept you can learn now and use it for other chords when you go to your 4th. You can use your 2-5-1 when you go to your 4th, your 5-1. I did something like this. In one, you can use it when you go into your 2-5-1. Involves 2-5-1. This was your 1, 2-5-1. So in the key of F, which is the 4th chord of C, you have 2-5-1. So do fa. You go to your 4th. So you play the. It's also, if you understand your concept of second or fifth, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. You see, that's the concept. So I don't have enough time. Sorry, I keep on emphasizing on me not having enough time, and that's the basic truth. If you look, I don't want the video to be too long. I want you to be able to go through this lesson and grab something from it quickly. I want to be a short lesson, so sorry for taking your time. I'm really sorry. So also I did something. We have the minor 2-5-1. In other words, 7-3-6. I did something like 3-6-2. It looks alike. When going to your 7th chord, you can also use the concept B minor 7, which is your B, D, F, and A. So your Ti, Re, Fa, La. Then you have your B, D, E, A flat. So I decided to take these two notes here. So or Ti, Re, Fa, Si. Then to your 6th chord. I love going with this kick. End with your 6 minor 7. For your 3-6-2 also, you can do the same thing, the same concept. 3 minor 6, 3 minor 7. Sorry, 3, 6, 2. So la 3, 6. Confidence keeping God. There is no one like you. So for the last chord, it will be our 4 minor 6 chord. Now, if you can quickly remember the first chord or the second chord in this lesson, I did my 4 major 6 chord. So if you are in key of C, your 4 major 6 will be your F major 6th. So this was the way I played it. This is the way I played it then. F, you just play this straight. F, A, C, D, F. Fa, la, do, re, fa. So for your 4 minor 6, you are playing F minor, which is, but instead of playing this, you'll be taking this third note backward, half step backward. So in the key of C, it will be F minor 6th. In the key of C sharp, it will be F sharp minor 6th. My fingering, my thumb. You can use the one that is convenient to you. That's why most time I don't teach fingering, because you can use the one that is convenient to you. For my F, in the key of F, to be F minus, B flat minor 6th. In the key of F sharp, it will be B minor 6th. So back to the key of C. In the key of G, most times we do play G. It will be C minor 6th, C minor 6th. So in the key of E, it will be A minor 6th, and so on and so forth, because A is the fourth of it. So let's apply it. Four major, 4 minor, minor 6th. So I love doing something like this. Sorry for that. So I just place all the notes with my finger. You can use a tongue.